Well, hello BAME Farm fans. We're on an adventure today. It's always an adventure. This is becoming very adventurous. We're almost to our destination.
Yeah,
We didn't go over the river, but through the woods, over the hill, and Brad's in the passenger Peanut Princess Gallery.
you could call it that.
Yeah, we're
It's been an adventure.
No, we're not even there yet. But
coming home is going to be real fun.
oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
We'll have to try.
This is one of those things where we learn to stay on the interstate.
Yeah.
We've been winding and weaving and probably haven't gone 30 miles, but it's been an hour or more.
Or more.
Hey, we had to stop for lunch. We needed food.
We did find a good sandwich shop.
Yeah, so at least out here in the boony lands, they've only got hometown anything because no chains want to move out here.
At least it was good.
It was delightful. Okay, 3/4 of a mile. Yeah, we were in natural gas country out in eastern Ohio.
Very much so.
Keep seeing signs for all the natural gas companies directing their drivers and stuff where to go, and however they divide this up into their own districts or something. Hopefully nobody comes speeding around these curves. We don't know what's coming. Yep. Well, GPS says we're here. We turn back here. Ooh, too low of a gear.
Yeah, well.
Climb the hill. What are we getting? Well, let's find out.
I see some cows.
Well, we don't have a trailer for hauling cows, so that's a bit of a challenge.
There's
Yeah.
Fertilizer.
Man, anyway, if you fall down in any direction, you're going downhill. I don't know if it's as apparent on camera.
Yeah, I think this makes some serious hay country.
Yeah, but if you drop a square bale, it's still going to roll into the creek.
Yeah, I wouldn't launch a round bale.
I mean, even a square bale looks like it'll roll. Poor cows can only stand on one leg because I'm sure their legs are crooked.
Probably.
Well, look at the truck and the trailer. We've got a load behind us. Yep. We found a fantastic deal on reject urea for lawn fertilizer. Brad's telling me about the fuel gauge, but we are loaded up. Got a great deal. We are in a very hilly area, way out east, almost to West Virginia. You can smell like the urea smell. It smells like fertilizer. But we got a load. We got a load. Just a few bags of fertilizer. This is going to replace anhydrous for us. At least we won't, be worried about the gases fuming and whatnot. How do you feel about our load? It's
Good.
strapped. It's strapped.
Considering he's the king of no straps, it's strapped well. So.
Yes.
Because I am the strap master.
Oh boy. Time to see how quick we can go down the hill and how slow we climb up.
Yeah, it'll be like a Billy Goat hill. Well, monkeys, we have a buggy behind it in front of us.
Oh, they're pulling over. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, you guys weigh as much as one of the totes of fertilizer.
And we're definitely having to Billy Goat this.
Yeah. I would have been better off bringing the too close too.
Yeah, I think it weighs less.
No, I meant using it to pull the load.
Yeah, we'd
Hook up a bunch of hay wagons. Would have been entertaining.
Oh, yeah, that'd have been way too much fun.
How many RPMs and how big is the turbo?
The GoPro doesn't do this hill justice.
It does not. The fisheye lens sees it all.
Oh, come on, girl.
Come on, we're not having the downshift yet. 4th gear. Woo! I need a semi or something.
Alright. Well, we made it to Interstate 70.
Yeah. Time to get out the whips and crack them on all the ponies. And get all the hamsters involved.
Yeah, it's going to take every hamster under the sun.
Yeah. That's us and the frac tank behind us. Good thing they give us a downhill to get on this mess.
Yep, we're gonna need it, every bit of it. I should have filmed some of the hills, but I didn't.
That's okay.
Because it was Billy Goat climb.
Yeehaw. Everybody get out of our way, because we sure can't get out of yours. I am so glad I tarped this last night, or at least tossed the old greenhouse plastic over it. What are the joys of not throwing stuff away? Because I didn't have a spot inside quite ready. Didn't know where I wanted to put all this, and I didn't think it was supposed to rain last night until I heard a late weather report that there was rain chances this morning. So we're maybe almost ready to unload if the sky gives us a chance here. But this is why I have a collection of old junk, because it does come in handy every once in a while. Every once in a while. Ugh. Can you hear that on the barn roof? There's now sleet. Like there's a pebble right there. I guess you can't quite call it hail. Maybe they call it grapple. And blue sky. And sleet. Oh yes, lovely spring weather. Maybe it'll frost tomorrow night. Well, we are all in the barn. I wanted to double, stack them up, but some of them, the tops just weren't, it wasn't going well. The bags are very narrow and compared to the skid, and it wasn't balancing well. So let's see what sort of mess I brought home. Here's one of them. This is undersized and some dust. It's definitely fine. Here's one of them, and it's probably all closed up. Got to do some digging. Somewhere there's one that's, I think it was this one maybe? I can't remember. There's oversized and undersized. Well, that's dust. This one's blue inside, and that looks like normal urea. I don't know what else they painted on this, if it was like floor sweepings or what. They called it scrap. Okay, whatever. This stuff here, almost, the way the pellets are so small and clear, almost reminds me of like a salt consistency. And I don't know what those little brown pellets are that's in it. Oh, it's this bag. This one's marked over. We got one bag of oversized. This is fun. I don't know if we can break into this one easy. Well, it's thoroughly tied for sure. But we can see some of it on top here. Those are big pellets. There's only one of those to be had. I got to pick which ones I wanted, so obviously I was picking out the fullest bags that weren't absolute flour, because I was just afraid that would have trouble going through the spreader. So we went through a scale last night. The whole load weighed 44,000 on truck, trailer, and all. And I'm gonna go run back over the scales and see how much we had on there. Okay, wow. Just like last night, we barely fit on the scale. I mean, I guess there's a couple feet up front and barely any on the back. Let's go look through the window and see how much we weigh. We were 44,000 last night. So I'm curious what will be today. Walk up to the window and peer in. They're so nice to do this, the local farmers. 18,980. I don't know if you guys can see that from here. Does it creep through the window? 920, depends on how much the wind blows. 960, okay, 18,950, because it's flip-flopping back and forth. Okay, math time. Not overloaded at all. At 25,450. Plenty of weight to spare. Now those bags aren't exact, like they weren't full tons or just whatever the fertilizer plants was thrown in there. So that's why I was picking out the biggest ones. And I knew there could be some variability. So we averaged about 1,800 pounds a piece. But still at $400 a bag, that is blowing, you know, local urea prices out of the water, even anhydrous by a lot. So I'll take it. You know, it's a pretty solid win, I feel like. Pretty solid win. Now we just got to get some weather to get back to planting corn, because we're sunk probably for a couple of weeks in this cold, dreary, and consistently not drying weather. It probably is going to have more rain, because that's just my luck. Good drought just won't stay with me. Oh, it's chilly out here for the beginning of May. Yeah, so there was an auction today. You know, how are small farmers surviving these economic times? I don't know. But one of them is finding things for sale at very low cost at auctions, like pots for the greenhouse. Those are very cost effective, incredibly cost effective. The stump grinder, well, you saw me clearing trees out back along the fence row, and this will help get rid of some of the stumps I left, because I didn't flush cut them all very well. But, you know, make it so we can farm fence row to fence row, right? that's the policy that got us in trouble back in the 70s. But at least I'm not losing, you know, I can make it easier to maintain the field edge if there's no stumps there. And then, oh boy, the tree spade. That was not planned. That was not part of the plan at all. But just maybe, that will, that's how we're affording this, is that's going to become a buy and flip. That was definitely not on the plan to buy, but here it is. So we'll get it offloaded. We also got to see what else I found that's really helping keeping things afloat this spring. Yeah. We got very new, like, spade knives here, and they might have a little bit welded on the edge to harden them. That's really thick paint. Like, there's doesn't appear to be wear, and they're well painted. You just gotta figure out the tire situation and toss a battery in it to get that old Wisconsin to fire up. The things I get myself into, I didn't plan on buying this much stuff today, but it was like a tree nursery, so kind of obscure, I guess, you know, not standard, you know, everybody's interested in it farm stuff. So you gotta have like the right, you know, niche interest on some of this stuff. Well, holy cow, what's in the back of the 250 diesel here? More stuff from the sale. Not the barrels, but there is stuff from the sale in the barrels, because I bought a fuel tank, a diesel tank. And it seems very unpopular to have these elevated tanks, but I love them. You don't need a pump, you don't need electricity. I think they're great, but you also have to have a tractor short enough. And then, oh yes, some very well-treaded used skid steer tires. Those were incredibly cheap. Those were in a pile of junk at the end of the sale. You get those cheap for like $5 for the whole pile of junk, and all I wanted was the tires. Put a tube in them, they'll hold air. But the real story here is the fuel tank and our Dad's lovely stacking. Because I loaded the truck up with the other stuff and Dad was working on getting the fuel out. This tank had 180 gallons of diesel in it. And the auctioneer just said, there's some fuel in the tank. We've been using it to put in the tractors to move things around this week. But nobody had a clue how much diesel was in it until after I bought it and dipped the tank with the stick, and now the stick came out and it was about 3/4 full. So yay! Now we get to we're gonna pump this into the fuel tanks. So the other part of the plan, I didn't necessarily plan on buying a tank that was this full of diesel. I just kind of wanted the tank because I like the upright tanks. But this spring, thanks to shoppers' points at a grocery store in the area, they have, $1 off per gallon. And the dumb thing is, their pumps don't shut off when they say they do. Like it's supposed to be, there's a limit on how much fuel you can buy. They claim 35 gallons, but if you prepay, oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, look at the sky, everybody. I'll put this pump in. And we'll fill up a tank here. All the tractors are full, but this grocery store, well, with their fuel, they don't shut the pump off after the allotted amount for the, $1 off. And so fuel has been cheaper buying road diesel at $1 off than having it delivered, especially because I didn't think fuel was going to go crazy. I was waiting for winter to end, and then there at the beginning of March, it just went. And I was going to wait until home heating season was over, thinking it would go down after that. Well, I was severely wrong, and the road diesel thing at $1 off is cheaper than off-road right now, but it's not cheaper than, say, pre-Iran war. But I've been using these barrels, and the max amount that they will take at the gas pumps of this grocery chain is $999. So at the current prices, that'll fill 3 55-gallon drums, this 30-gallon drum, and what I call the fuel cube, which is a fuel tank out of an 1895 New Holland silage chopper that we got the blades out of for when the first one of ours destroyed itself. And I've been getting fuel that way, running to town every once in a while, once the fuel points accumulate. And they really build back fast after you buy a bunch of fuel, because you get a bunch of points. And they're even offering like double points on fuel in the month of May. So that's even better. Yes, I know I don't have 1,000 gallons of fuel here all in one day, but I can get it as I need it. And it's a little less painful and saving a few pennies, sort of, for the current times. So that's how farms are getting away. Brennan got me this pump that I was supposed to use in these, say, tanks over here, but we're gonna go ahead and hook up to our battery. Somewhere there's a battery in here. There's the battery. The battery's way up there. We'll get the battery out here. Oh! I'll hook it up. And I got a wire. Yeah, we did that backwards. Connect our terminals, and the pump shall work. Yep, we just got to go over here and wire our nozzle open. And we have diesel. Still a little bit of road diesel on the line there. Now it's red. Now it's off-road. Need that special fuel rock to hold this open. Yep. So those are just the little things. Trying to keep things afloat this spring. I'll catch you guys later with more fun farming action. I know we'll probably see a video about trying to get that tree spade functioning. So that way somebody who knows what they're doing with trees can use it instead of me.